These tips that I'm finna give you today is going to help you glow up in 2024. But the glow up is not going to end in 2024. The glow up is going to continue for years to come if you glow up in the way that I'm about to tell you so. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is your girl Cordelia and you're loving life with Koi. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, y'all know what it is. We're loving life, we're living, it's up from here, and we're on this journey together. So in today's video, guys, we're going to talk about how to really glow up in 2024. Y'all want to know how to glow up in 2024? Sit back and watch this video. All right, guys, so I'm gonna start a series on my channel called Real Talk, and we're gonna tap into some real live subjects, some real talk, and we're gonna dig deep. This first episode is how to glow up in 2024. Okay. I got a few tips of my own on how to glow up. I know there's been a few tips, floating around YouTube, but these tips that I'm finna give you today is going to help you glow up in 2024. But the glow up is not going to end in 2024. The glow up is going to continue for years to come if you glow up in the way that I'm about to tell you. So yeah, here we go. Tip number one, y'all, let's get our relationship with God on lock. Okay. Relationship with God is the most important glow up that you can possibly do. Okay, not just 2024, for years to come. Your relationship with God is so important, guys. It's so important. Having a relationship with God is the ultimate glow up. Okay, God is your foundation. He is like the glue that holds your life together. All right, having a relationship with God is the ultimate glow up. Did y'all hear me? Did y'all hear me? Nothing else you do is gonna matter if you don't follow this first tip. Strengthen your relationship with God and watch how your glow up just glow. All right, your glow up gonna be glowing up. Okay. Once you find your identity and your security in God, that's when you'll begin to feel that glow up happening, that closeness of that relationship. And you might ask me, how do you find your security? How do you find your identity in Christ? Well, let me tell you, go straight to his word. Okay. Straight to his word. The Bible is like a life guide, guys. It's like a guide to life. People say, well, life didn't come with a book. The Bible is your guide to your life, and everything you need is really in the word of God. I used to find myself trying to gain a closeness or some type of relationship, or some type of something through Christ. I used to try, I would go to a sermon on TV, which is, I'm not knocking it. Okay. These things I'm about to name are good places to start. A sermon on TV, maybe I'll look up a quote, inspirational quote on Instagram. Maybe I'll follow a couple of TikToks that have, good words, a little nuggets that drop in your spirit that might catch your spirit. And you might say, oh, okay, I resonate with that. All these things, books, or maybe a movie. You might have a movie that you can resonate with that make you feel a little bit closeness to God. But the ultimate guide, the ultimate closeness is in his word, guys. Make a routine. Have yourself a routine where you can spend 10, 15, 20, however much time you have on your hands. Just read your Bible. Study a couple of scriptures. Get those scriptures in your spirit. Once you study these scriptures, get them in your spirit, move on to the next. Okay, move on to the next scripture. This is your ultimate glow up. Trust me, if you don't follow any of the tips that I'm giving you today, this is your ultimate glow up. Now, if you're a new Christian and you say, okay, I want to study the word. I personally like to stick with the King James Version. Although there are many translations of the Bible, I personally like to stick with the original translation. Okay. But when you're studying your word, listen, don't be discouraged by the though, thou, theys, and thus, and the verbiage of the Bible. The verbiage of the Bible can be a little confusing, especially in particular the King James Version, but you can even Google on your phone or have another version, and you can flop back and forth to say, okay, that's what this means. This is what this verse means. Now let me flip back to my King James Version now that I have a better understanding. And pray, y'all. Pray and ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of his word, and trust me, he will give it to you every time. Listen, follow this tip. Tip number 1, get your faith together. Get your faith together. Okay, the Lord say that you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move mountains, baby. We're trying to move some things in 2024 and on. We're not stopping at 2024, but this is where we're starting at, okay? Once you get aligned with your creator, okay, once the creations align back with the creator, everything that you create, whether that's a business, a YouTube channel, anything that you touch will begin to be aligned and glow up. Okay? Let that fall in your spirit. Let the creations get back in line with the creator, so that things that the creations create everything gonna manifest and come to pass in your favor. Okay? That's my first tip. Let's get our relationships on lock with the Lord, y'all. This glow up gonna help you now and for years to come. Okay. Tip number 2, guys, is let's get our credit together. Okay. I know these ain't tips that y'all, love, and they ain't all cute, but this is a real talk. This is a real talk. Let's get our credit together in 2024. We need to start getting our credit together in 2024. Once you start getting together, it's going to lead you on past 2024. These tips that I'm giving y'all is going to last throughout, okay? Years to come. If you stick with them, they're going to last years to come. We are in the we need good credit era. Okay? We need good credit in this era. Let's get our credit together, y'all. Getting your credit together. With good credit, you can obtain and acquire more abundance with good credit than money. Let me say that one more time. I like to drop a nugget in every video, and this is you can obtain and acquire more abundance having good credit over having money. Okay? Because let's face it, good credit is gonna carry you. It's going to take you somewhere, okay? Good credit will help you not only in 2024, but if we keep this good credit going, 2025, years to come, let it be a lifestyle. Don't let it be just a glow up in 2024. Let this be a lifestyle, y'all. Pay your bills on time. Sometimes, it's easier said than done. We have to research, become knowledgeable, become well versed in our credit, what's bringing our credit down, what makes our credit go up, what you can dispute, what you cannot dispute. My recommendation is that you would research and get with a financial consultant, a financial advisor, a credit coach. These type of people that are very well versed in credit repair can assist you in repairing your credit. Okay. Repairing your credit can take you a long way, guys. I'm telling you, it can take you a long way. Basically, the FICO scores are grouped in 5 categories, right? These categories are payment history, amount owed, length of credit history, credit mix, new credit. Those are the 5 categories that FICO divides your report into, okay? There are 3 different reporting agencies. You got TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the 3 different credit reporting agencies. Now, how do you obtain your credit report? Well, most of the time when you apply for a line of credit and you get rejected or turned down, you can obtain a free copy of your credit report from that rejection. And from there, that's where you obtain your copy of your credit report. And that's how you know where to start. You need to research, become knowledge of the dark web, okay? The dark web, people are stealing your identity left and right. You need to be well versed in this. Sign up with some type of credit agency that monitors your credit report, monitors your scores, monitors your credit activity, so that you can become knowledge and you'll know when somebody has stolen your identity, tried to open up a line of credit in your name, anything like that, y'all. Listen, it's happening every day. It's happening to the best of us. It even happens to people that have not such good credit. I'm telling you. So become well versed in the dark web. Become well versed in the 3 credit report agencies and how to pull your reports annually, or when you apply for a line of credit and you get turned down. These type of things, you can get a free credit report, begin to know what's on your credit. I mean, if you want to buy a house, you need to know what's on your credit. If you want to buy a car, the first thing gonna look at your credit. Okay, there are many things that's hurting your credit. Some knowing, some unknowingly. Things like missed payments, paying bills late, not even missed payments, but paying them late. A lot of things, your credit utilization. It's a lot of things that's hurting your credit that is bringing your score down that it doesn't have to. Y'all, we're living in a we need good credit era. You can have money, but you don't have credit. And guess what? You ain't gonna get too far. You ain't gonna get too far. Let's get our credit up. That's the glow up, baby. Let's get our credit up, okay? Negative credit can affect you in so many ways. Once you try to obtain something, you're gonna have higher interest rates. Sometimes in some situations you would be denied employment for bad credit. You'll have, when you're trying to obtain apartments or something like that, you'll have larger security deposits because your credit is bad. Limited finance options. When you go try to get a car, your finance options are either limited or they're going to be higher, way higher than the average financing, thus the higher interest rates. I mean, limited to no personal credit lines. If you're trying to be an entrepreneur and start a business, listen, with bad credit, people are not going to loan you money to jumpstart a business. I'm sorry. So let's get our credit together. Let's jump on this in 2024. Let's make it a lifestyle and not just get it together for one certain thing. And the glow up, baby, the glow up that you're about to experience, getting your credit together, having a relationship with God, is like none other. Let's move on to tip number 3. Okay, and tip number 3, it kind of goes with tip number 2 with getting your credit together. Tip number 3 is know what you're willing to splurge on. Okay, we're using credit cards. You got to have your ratio. It's got to be together. Okay, so know what you want to splurge on. For me, I'm not the type of woman that needs a lot of handbags, 100 pair of shoes, a closet full of clothes. I'm just not that woman. Some women are not, some women are. The girls that get it. If you don't, you don't, okay? But what I will splurge on is my nails, okay? What I will splurge on is my hair. So I'm not gonna go buy a $3,000 handbag, but I will pay a couple of dollars for my nails. I'm not gonna buy a Louis Vuitton t-shirt that's made out of cotton that costs $500, but I will get my hair done. Know what you're willing to splurge on, what you're not willing to splurge on, so that we can keep our credit in line and save money, okay? Knowing what to splurge on and what not to splurge on, you can build a savings account. That's another thing that we need. We need to build our savings. You want to always have something to fall back on, guys, okay? You want to have a savings account to fall back on. My rule of thumb is to have at least 1 month's mortgage, bills, whether that's light bill, water bill, gas bill, whatever side bills you have, whatever bills you pay monthly, have at least that amount in your savings account. If you have at least that amount in your savings account, if hard times come, hard times come for everybody. You could have that to fall back on. You can live at least another month until you get it together. And, redeem yourself, recoup. You won't be stressed or pressed if you have a savings. So know what you're willing to splurge on, guys. If you are willing to splurge, if you're the type of person that needs to have a closet full of clothes, then you need to stop spending in another area. If you're the type of person that need to have red bottoms, 50 pair of red bottoms, then you need to stop spending over here if you're going to spend it over here. You can't spend it in both areas and expect to save and keep your credit together. Let's be real, okay? Let's know what we are and are not willing to splurge on. That's my third tip, y'all. Let's get this savings together. Let's get this credit together. Let's get this relationship with God together. The glow about to be real. Tip number 4 is, y'all knew it was coming. Y'all knew it was coming because I'm a big self-care person. Self-care. And self-care, it doesn't have to be expensive. There are some expensive self-cares that I personally like to indulge in. There are facials. I consider getting my nails done self-care, my hair done, makeup. Everybody who know me know I'm aware. One thing I'm gonna do is rock a red lip. No matter how much it costs, okay? I'm gonna rock a red lip. And that's part of self-care for me. Self-care is doing things that make me happy within my budget, not living above my means, okay? So that's what self-care looks like for me in my budget, okay? So if you don't have the budget, there are things that you can do for self-care. Take long hot baths at night. You romanticize your life, okay? Take a long hot bath, sit back, woosah, think about things, get some things in order in your mind. We can do facials at home. We can do let's start a skincare routine, baby, because ain't nothing like aging backwards, okay? We need to keep this skin looking nice and youthful. That could be self-care. Start a nightly skincare routine. Take nice, long, hot baths. Go for a walk. You don't need a gym membership all the time. You don't need a gym membership. You can go for long walks, whether it's in your neighborhood, whether it's at a park, somewhere free. Going somewhere to clear your mind and kind of work out and exercise, it can be free. You can go anywhere, to a park in your neighborhood, your own backyard, anywhere that you can find that you can relax, relate, and release. Let's do that. That's part of self-care, okay? Take long walks. For me, sometimes I just roll out the little yoga mat in front of my bed. I start with a couple of stretches, and guess what? I do some planks. Baby, them will get you right every time. But listen, it gets your blood pumping, it gets your heart rate going, and that always makes you feel better. It makes you feel better every time. Now, if you're a gym junkie, if you're a gym person, go to the gym. If you have a gym membership and you just sitting on it and not using it, that's wasted money. You're splurging on things that you're not using, okay? So if you have a gym membership, actually go to the gym, okay? Self-care. Self-care is so important because if you don't care for yourself, no one else will care for yourself like you will. You have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of yourself so that you can be available, readily available, and physically able to take care of your family and whoever else around you that needs taken care of. You can't take care of your husband or your spouse or your children if you are run down. Self-care is a must, y'all. Let's take care of ourselves. Let's maintain our credit. Let's get them savings account up. Let's get our relationship good with God. We're glowing up, baby. The glow up is about to be real. Follow these tips and I guarantee you cannot go wrong. Tip number 5, take a risk on yourself. Take a risk on yourself. Y'all, how many of us want to be entrepreneurs? How many of us want to start a business? How many of us want to do this or do that, or start a nonprofit organization, or start a YouTube channel, or start social media reels and content? Be a content. How many of us want to be content creators? How many of us want to be preachers and pastors and teachers and so many other things of our own that we're not working for anyone else? But you won't do that unless you take a risk on yourself. Risk, if you don't take a risk on yourself, you'll always work for someone who did. You're going to always work for someone, make their company money, make their business money. When you have all this genius, all this talent, all this creations in you that you're ready to create, because we're back aligned with our creator, right? So once we've got back in alignment with our creator and we are his creations, now his creations are ready to create. And you have all this talent, all these ideas, all this brilliance. What are you going to do with it if you don't take a risk on yourself? Take a risk on yourself. Now, I'm not saying quit your job, or do none of that. I'm not, Beyonce told y'all to do that. I'm not telling y'all to do that. I'm saying take a risk on yourself. You might need to take that risk while you're working your 9 to 5. You might need to take that risk while you're in school. You might need to take that risk while you're doing other things. And then once you jump off with that risk, once your business jump off, once your whatever endeavors you're barking off into jump off, who's to say you can't quit that 9 to 5? Once you graduate, who's to say you're not gonna succeed and get a good job? I mean, take a risk on yourself. If going to school is what you want to do, go back to school. Stop worrying about the cost. There's finances, there's financial aid, loans. Listen, again, you want to go to school and you want to apply for a loan, but that credit ain't good. I'm telling y'all, these glow up tips, you're gonna be glowed up. And I don't know if that's the word, but I'm gonna make it one. We're gonna be glowed up for years to come, not just 2024. Okay, so take a risk on yourself, y'all. These are my tips to glow up, to actually glow up in 2024 and years to come. If you like this video, give your girl a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and most of all, subscribe to your girl channel. Again, this is a new series that I'm starting called Real Talk. And we're going to dive into some good subjects, some deep subjects. So comment down below some subjects you guys want to dive into on this Real Talk series. This was episode 1. Let's keep it going, guys. Listen, on my channel, it is my goal to affirm and encourage each and every one of you that there is still life left to be lived, even if you have a loss or a tragedy in your life. There's still life left to be lived, and we're on this journey of loving life together. Okay, let's dive into these Real Talk episodes, y'all. This was episode 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to your girl channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.